Hello friends of the channel, welcome back. I am Diehard 3.75 and today we're going to take a look at a Toys Alliance Acid Rain item. I've got Chief Koren and Doeg.
Welcome to the party, pal!
Okay, let's take a quick look at the packaging for Chief Koren and Doeg. That's how I'm pronouncing that. I'm not really sure how to say that, but Doeg sounds pretty cool to me, so that's what I am going to say. This is a 2-pack. It says right here, 2 action figures included. Acid Rain, the last line of defense. And you can see a pretty cool picture of the 2 characters. This symbol, I can't remember what the symbol's called, but I do have it on my beset figure. So these guys do go with that beset figure. I did do a video on that figure, so I'll leave a link to it here if you're interested at all. A Camelbot, it was a Camelbot beset, I think is what it was called. And let's quickly try to look here. So we've got the 2 figures here. They got them all geared up, and then we've got them here with their accessories. Looks like there's quite a bit of stuff in here. A couple grenades, knife, quiver, modified crossbow, modified sniper rifle, 2 figures. So I guess maybe not as much as we've seen, say, with Joy Toy figures or some of the other lines that we've looked at, but still a lot of good stuff. I did pick this up quite a while ago. It got, again, like a lot of stuff that I'm looking at right now, got lost in the shuffle, and I decided to bring it out. I was like, you know what, this is going to be a great video. These guys are so unusual, and they really are. Even for Toys Alliance Acid Rain stuff, these guys are quite unusual. Got this off of Big Bad Toy Store on sale. My man John Reed, shout out to John Reed if he's watching, let me know that this was on sale. So I got a really good price on this. This is usually a quite expensive set, and it wasn't cheap, but it was greatly discounted when I picked it up. Do like this box art. I think this group is supposed to be, I don't know the lore of Acid Rain. I sort of make up my own lore, but I think these guys are kind of out in the wastelands, sort of out in the, you know, the Dune Sea, the wastelands, the Badlands. And I think they're part mutant, I think. But yeah, even for an Acid Rain set, these guys are kind of strange. That's enough about the packaging. Let's get them open. All right, here is Chief Koren and Doeg out of packaging. And I was right, these guys are really unusual. I don't have anything like this in my collection. I think even for Acid Rain, these are quite unusual. I want to focus on the figures, so let's quickly go over the accessories so we can look at those figures for a little bit longer. The box kind of tricked me a bit because most of the accessories in the photo are in front of Doeg, but I think they actually all, except for these 2, go to the Chief. So Doeg comes with this backpack. My peg on this was bent a bit, but it still fits in just fine. He also comes with this soft goods. I'm assuming it's some kind of a blanket. I don't want to unroll it because I'll never be able to roll it back up as nice as it is here. It is, the fabric simulates some like an army blanket, you know, almost even like a wool or canvas type, you know, blanket or, you know, rug or something. It is open, the bag. And these straps do pop open. You can pull them off, but again, I don't really want to do that because I want to keep that in there like so. I don't think I'll ever unroll that. But you can see a lot of weathering, a lot of wash, a lot of paint on this guy. It's like a brownish tan. very cool. The rifle, it looks like this giant sniper rifle. It's gotta be almost 5 inches. Let me measure it here on my table. It's 4¼ tall, this rifle. It does come apart into 3 pieces. The barrel does come off, and the stock does as well, so you can kind of carry it like a small little Uzi kind of machine gun with a big clip there. Clip does not come off, and the scope does not come off, and it just clicks right back together like so. It does have some cool coloring on it. It's almost like this burgundy that you see kind of played throughout the figures on the weapons as well, on the scope, on the clip. Very cool, very large gun. Not too many figures I have can actually carry it in this setup here. The king here, or the king, the chief. He comes with this crossbow. This crossbow also took a little bit of assembly. I had to figure it out. I have seen these weapons before in one of the weapons packs that I got. I can't remember what it's called now. Weapon pack 2 or 1. I can't remember which one. But this, I have seen this before. It took me a while to remember how to put it together. This part does come off the top here. It does have a small peg hole, and it just kind of clicks right in. The stock also comes off on this one. And this, I guess it's a barrel, I'm not sure, also comes off. So again, you have some options in how you want him to carry it, how you want him to look. It took me forever to figure this out, but both of these weapons have this small, what would you call it? I'm not even sure what that's called, but here at the bottom in here. And this handmade grenade is what they call it, or homemade grenade. It does fit on the bottom. I noticed it doesn't have to get it just right to get it to stay. Mine does not want to stay on there, but I think that's where that goes. Stayed on earlier. Doesn't want to stay on now, but I think it can. I think it's supposed to go right there. Yeah, it doesn't want to stay now. But I did have it on there earlier. I can't figure out any other place for this grenade to go. But it is nice. It's also in that burgundy, that same color. Molotov cocktail type grenade. He does have this quiver here for this crossbow. None of the arrows are removable. It's quite nice though. Looks like a leather. Some black strapping. It's got some stitching in it. Looks like it's been repaired a few times. Very cool. And he's got 2 bladed weapons. He can carry both of them. They're both also done in a sort of a bronze burgundy. Shorter one, longer one. This one actually has a silver handle. This one is all solid, one color. Let's start with the Chief. He is pretty cool. I thought in the box art it looked like he had facial tattoos, and they might be, but out of box it looks like they're scars. He almost looks like he has a metal jaw, and almost like a zombie. He's been kind of put together. I might be completely missing something, but that's what it looks like to me. The paintwork on this guy, I mean, I think you can see it there on his face. So good. There's so much paint on this guy. These 2-packs, you know, they're expensive. All the 2-packs Acid Rain figures I have, the 2-packs are quite expensive, but I think the figures are a bit more premium than the normal premium figures. This guy is, you know, an example of that. Does have soft goods kind of shoulder piece here. Looks like this top part will come off. That button right there, I'm not going to take it off though. This looks like a separate piece as well. Not quite sure. I don't think I'm going to ever remove any of this. He's very Frankenstein-y and very stitched together. There's more of that stitching like on the quiver there across the chest. It's got some, I think they're like bird feet, chicken, rooster type feet. I don't even know. It does have that little hook there in the back, the foot, the heel. You can see there. Yeah, he's kind of a half human, half bird, maybe. He's got awesome articulation, the sort of standard acid rain articulation that we've come to love and know. He does have a ball hinged head. He's got the ab crunch ball joint. He also twists at the waist, and it is also a ball joint, so he can crunch a little bit back. He has ball hinged hips. They're a little hindered by this piece here, the clothes. Thigh swivel, double hinged knee, and he does have a rocker pivot ankle on these bird feet. Ball hinge shoulders, but they are limited. They're not quite as good as normal. I'm not sure why, if it's this piece here, the shoulder armor piece, which does seem like it is a separate piece. Double hinged elbow, and he does have hinged wrists. So he's got all of the articulation you need. He's just a little limited in the shoulders, I think. Splits are pretty good. He's just a little limited in the shoulder. It's tough to get a T-pose out of him. I don't think you really can without breaking him. The paintwork, the sculpt on this thing is, whoops, he popped off. He's got that, so he has a thigh swivel, but look, he also, well, no, that's not a point of articulation. That's actually not a point of articulation. That's a stem to fit in there. Okay, well, it came off. Does not spin there though. I don't think that's supposed to come off. I do see it here on this leg as well. Yeah, that's not a point of articulation. That's just how they connected the lower leg to the upper leg. So maybe I pulled a little bit too hard on it. Maybe, oh, I could see when I bend it here, it wants to pop out a little bit. So maybe that's a little bit of a QC issue. It does make you feel like you might break that knee joint. So I think that's something I'll have to be careful of. But I was saying, you know, before that happened, the sculpt and the paint on this guy is a second to none. I think you could see in here this metallic, this dirty, rusty metallic. Maybe those are feathers on the top of the foot there. That could be feathers. I'm not sure. Yeah, very Frankenstein-y. Wow, just a strange looking guy. Let's gear him up. So it looks like the small knife goes in here. The large knife, I did have a little bit trouble getting it in earlier. It does look like it goes in this one. There it goes. Okay, got it right there. Put the quiver on. Whoops. Notice that this one too, this is really small compared to how long this one is. And this is a stubby compared to that one. Let's see. Oh, doesn't want to go in too well. They've got so much going on in this Chief. Oh, it's in there. Not well though. They've got so much going on with this Chief. Like, there was so much, you know, paint, sculpt, just so much. They put a lot of effort into this guy. Let's see if I And get him in a holding pose here. There we go. If I could just get that grenade to go back on there like I had it earlier. Took me forever to figure out where this went. Yeah, it doesn't want to go on. But there is the Chief. And as strange as the Chief is, Doge is even more weird. So Doge has got these like, he has the full chicken legs. He's got the chicken feet, but he's got the chicken legs, and he's quite tall because of that. And I am not sure. I guess he's human. This piece does come off here. Maybe they're their own species. This piece does come off. I took it off earlier. There it is. So you can see, whoops, he is look human there. He does have his gas mask on there. That is not removable. This just goes right back on, like so. It does look like he has feathers on these shoulder pads. This is a separate piece as well. Can come off, it looks like. Yeah, it looks like it clips right there. Same articulation, upper body. Still, he has even less of a T-pose though. Hinged at the wrist, double hinge elbow, ball hinge shoulder, diaphragm ball joint, waist ball joint. Looks like again, there's that where that piece popped off earlier. It looks like it has it right here on this one, but he does have a thigh swivel and ball jointed hips, and nothing in the like what we would call our knee. Yeah, I could see it's coming off right there too. Yeah, see. Okay, so that, I know it's not supposed to do that, but because it's not a point of articulation, but they both have it, so that I think that's just engineered that way. This is actually, I think, his knee, because it is double hinged here in the back, and he has a rocker pivot ankle. So weird articulation because of his anatomy. You know, this is him standing up straight, because those legs will never straighten out. Put the backpack on him. And this huge rifle. And these guys are ready to go. They are some strange, strange guys. Definitely from the wastelands, the Dune Sea, the Badlands. Very cool, very unusual. That gun's making him want to fall over just a little bit. He seems to have really good balance, you know, without the weapon. He stood up the whole time. He almost kind of has to lean back a bit, but maybe that's not leaning back because that's just his legs, how he is. I am not sure. Very strange. You know, the sculpt, the articulation on this guy is crazy. I didn't even go over his gear here. He does look like he has a rope. It is attached to pouch here. I think this little guy, oh, he looks like he's glued on. Maybe it's a canteen. Soft goods here underneath. Looks like it is glued. His belt though feels like it's glued on. It's not coming off. I guess he's wearing a pair of shorts over pants. I think that's what that looks like to me. And then he's got some calf wrappings. I am not sure. This guy is just so out of left field for me. But awesome nonetheless, but very unusual. Very, very unusual. I think there's anything really like this out at 118. I just don't think so. It's that unusual. The paint, the sculpt, everything is just premium. I definitely like the Chief more though, because he's kind of a more traditional guy. But I think if someone, was looking at my collection, they'd be like, who is that? What is that? Because he is so different. He's a great, unusual piece. So this is a great set. Quite expensive last I checked. Again, I only got it because it was on sale. There was no way I could have bought it, regular retail. And I'm not sure how easy it is to get now, because it is a bit older. I did want it when it came out, but it was just too expensive. When I picked this up, it was probably a year to year and a half, I think, after it had already been out, and was pretty deep discounted at Big Bad. So, very cool figure. See all the shading in the clothes, all the weathering. It's just dirty. This guy, like I said, they're out in the wastelands. They don't bathe. They don't wash their clothes. They only have one set of clothes. This is it. It's their armor. It's everything. They carry everything they own on them. Very cool, man. All right, so. All right, quick size comparison time. We've got a couple of Star Wars Vintage Collection Stormtroopers here, so you can see how big the Chief and especially Doge are compared to 3.75 figures. All right, and now the Chief and Doge next to a couple of Robo-Skull Skeletron figures. You can see that they are both right about the same height as the Chief, but again, Doge is about a head taller than both. And for the final size comparison, we've got a couple of Joy Toy Poseidon figures. And again, it looks like the Chief is right about the true 1/18 4-inch scale, and Doge is a bit taller, good head and shoulders above the Joy Toy figures. So that is the overview, guys. Great set, really unusual. Let me know if you have this. Let me know if I missed something, because I am not an acid rain expert. You guys know that. I was trying to figure this guy out as I was doing the overview. I did take a couple minutes in between shoots to play with him, try to figure out the accessories and weapons. But overall, this is a great set. I can recommend it if you can get it at a great price. If you just have to have it, then, hey, you just have to have it. Definitely worth it. There's nothing else like this that I know of. And of course, you get the Toys Alliance quality, the paint, sculpt, the articulation, and in this case, some really, really unusual characters. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.